So
you're obviously right on that. Yep.
Easy Sports Talk Show podcast. He's Ed Smith. I'm Javon Adams. So, all right, leave me with this. We talked about this in Believe in the Arizona Cardinals, and I know we're going to touch on it a little bit more in different ways on Saturday as well for our radio show, our terrestrial radio show. Again, Saturdays from 1 to 3 Eastern on Sports Map Radio. Go to sportsmapradio.com. But I think I've been thinking about this since yesterday, since we ended our pod yesterday. I think Kyler Murray is in a no-win situation. So Kyler Murray is the quarterback for the I say this in air quotes, the franchise quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, coming back from an injury, a knee injury. This is his first time coming back, his first game since 11 months.
Yeah.
And it's this weird situation where new regime, so new GM, new coach, they're not tied to him. It's possible for them to get off of this contract by either possibly releasing him and taking a big hit in terms of salary cap wise, or to maybe trade him depending on, or just stick with him and then ride out with him and try to figure out something along those lines. And so it's weird because the way it's trending is that the Cardinals are going to have a top 5 pick, and plus they have the pick from the Texans. The Texans, maybe that's going to be probably like 10 or top 20 pick, but the way that they're performing so far this season. So we've talked about what do the Cardinals do? Do they play him for? And it's funny because I just heard it on terrestrial radio today on Arizona Sports. They mentioned your theory. I don't know if they listen to us, but if you do, all good. But they mentioned what if they played him for a couple of games and they shut him down? And somebody said, you think they would do that? But and that's your theory as to what they might do. But I think that even if Kyler Murray comes out and he plays better than expected, he can't win. The reason why he can't win is, you ever seen somebody you don't like, somebody who you don't like, or you're around somebody you know that Susan doesn't like Tina, and Tina makes a good point, and Susan, even though it's a great point, even though it's a wonderful point, she says, I still don't like her though. I don't care what happened. That was a good point, but I still don't like her because she took my parking spot, or whatever it is. It's the pettiness of it, right? So I think that even if he plays well, they might say, "Oh man, that was wonderful. He played. Austin Ford might say he is performing wonderful in this offense the last 2 or 3 weeks. We even got a victory out of it. We had no turnovers, all that. But that salary is just something that's hanging with me. What are your thoughts, man?
You hit it. I was waiting on you to hit it. I knew you was good. The bottom line, bro, is how do you win in the NFL today? Or at least you start your winning formula is you go get that rookie quarterback on that rookie salary, and then you can supplement around him. If you already have that huge salary in place, it's for a player that you didn't even pay for in the first place, that puts the handcuffs on you, because you can't go get all those bells and whistles to surround him with. Why do you think San Francisco was so happy that Brock Purdy blossomed over there? I mean, they were like, wait. Bro, they were like, holy cow, this kid can actually play, and he's a 7th-round pick. We don't have to pay him anything for 3 or 4 years. Hey, George Kittle, come on over here. Hey, Deebo Samuel, come on over here. That's the luxury and the benefit in the NFL with that salary cap to be able to do that. So you got Kyler Murray probably in the building saying and doing everything they want him to say. Everything.
I still don't like that shade of lipstick.
Hey, exactly, bro. And they can't wait. And all they're hoping and praying 2 things. One, he goes out and does not get hurt over these couple to 3 weeks, so they can showcase him and he balls out, because other teams will be like, think about Atlanta. Well, you're in the middle of the hunt all the time, currently 4-5. Not going to be stinky enough to get way up there, and you got Desmond Ridder and you got Heineke and stuff. All that. Well, how if he goes out there? It's an audition in front of them as well, playing them. So they're just sitting there watching him, right? And he balls out this week, next week, the week after. Then the Cardinals are like, "Hey, that's it. We've seen enough. We're gonna hey, Kyler, come here. We're gonna sit you down because hey, you're our franchise guy. We're gonna sit you down because we don't have enough around you with this group right here, but we're gonna build, moving forward. Now he'll hear everything that they want him to hear. He's like, okay, cool. I'll see. Yeah. And for him, it's, I did my job, right? soon as we get to the offseason, bro, and especially after they put Toon back out there and we finish the season the way it could be finished, and we're sitting there in the number 1 spot. And think about this too. Initially, they thought that Houston pick was going to be right there at 1 and 2.
Yeah, I thought.
You know, and
I thought that they were going to control this draft. This upcoming next draft. Yeah.
Yeah, but now Houston's balling out. They're 5-4, or whatever they are, 4-4. They're trending toward getting better and better. Now that pick, which is currently at 15 instead of top 2 or 3 like we thought. Now the Cardinals are like, because think about this: if Houston was as bad as we thought they were, and their pick was 1, right?
Yeah.
The Cardinals would have been justified in winning a few games because, hey, we already got their number 1 pick. If we win a couple games to appease the fans and we come in at the 3 or 4 pick, hey, we still got that number 1 to mix with our number 3 or 4, you know. But now if you ball out or play it well and you get to like 4 or 5, and that pick that was supposed to be 1 is a 15 through 20, man, so now, like I said, their whole, it's like playing spades, man. And you thought you picked up this, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's a club. That's not a spade. And now it's like, well, I got to figure out. So now their whole game plan is making, hey, maybe we go nil. You know, let's go nil. You know. So man, I'm telling you right now, Kurt Murray is in between rock and hard place. He's got to go out there and he's got to show them and he can play. But at the same time, they don't necessarily want to see him ball. To a certain degree, they want him to go out there and do just enough, wet the lips and the whistle of these other teams, so they can then figure out what they're going to do with him. So yes, and then for Murray, you're going out there with this group. I mean, this is bad. No offensive line to protect you, no weapons to throw to on the outside. He's gonna be running for his life. So this is not a good situation for him at all. And the organization, fingers crossed, man. They are just like holding your breath underwater, man. How long can you do it? Some point you got to come